All right, so we are back. Welcome, everybody. This is episode number 2 of our podcast with ECC, the Enhanced Caffeine Collective. I am next, along with.
How's it going? It's Keeks.
So, today we're going to be talking about secret societies. I know the last episode we were talking about people making stupid decisions, to put it in a simpler terms. Right, Kicks?
Yeah, the last episode we kind of, just it was random, a little random, but we try to focus on the fact that yeah, people are dumb and they do dumb things, but we kind of, took the blame off of them and blamed other people. Seems like something we we tend to do, but in reality, yeah, I mean, it's not their fault, right? So
Yeah,
in,
that's
in
basically
this
they're
pod,
being influenced.
definitely, they are not doing things. We all have an instinct, right, of what's good and what's bad, and what can hurt us and what can't. Or fire. You touch fire, you're gonna get burned, right? We all have that instinct inside of us. Um, Unfortunately, these influencers or societies or people kind of go like, nah, it's all right, dude, touch it, that's gonna happen, and then you burn it. You're like, well, shit. Right.
Right, definitely. And well, that's kind of something that we'll be discussing with today. Today's topic is going to be the secret societies.
Right, secret societies. Well, it's gonna be a series of podcasts, that we're gonna try to basically, what are they, who are they, what's their goal. It's a power, is it money, something to do with the Bible or biblical or something way more sinister, you know, something more sinister at hand. Why do they want to? Why do they want to control and confuse and downright own us? What is so valuable that we possess that they crave so badly?
Yeah, that's it just makes you really think about what is their bigger picture. What is it that they're really trying to portray their message, or just kind of, I don't know, it's just a lot to really think about of what is their real
Yeah,
reason, the
definitely.
rhyme or power at the end.
Yeah, so yeah, the theme or the title of of this series is who are they and what do they really want? Because we're gonna try to explore and try to really explain who are these people, right? Who from you know uh religious government, um industry, where it's entertainers. Who are these people? Who are these people that are behind and pulling the strings, right?
Right.
Yeah, so I mean, let's start with a quick overview of what a secret. Well, everybody's familiar with the Illuminati, right? I'm sure.
Yeah, they've I'm sure they've heard it in one shape or another. I mean, it's just kind of everywhere at this point, even into Marvel movies. They try to, add it in there too.
Right, and they're benevolent, right? They're in Marvel, the Illuminati are Charles Xavier, Tony Stark, Captain America, and even in the comic books, they do some pretty fucked up things. Like they send Hulk over to planet, they get Hulk and they ship him out because he's too dangerous. So
Right.
they paint him as this. Yeah, they paint the Illuminati as this, benevolent force to enhance mankind, which in reality, the Illuminati didn't start off, as bad guys, right? Uh, you know, it, for example, here at the what are the let's for people who are maybe not so familiar with the term Illuminati, Illuminatis in Latin. These who are they? So how do they? Well, we're gonna go and see their definition, right? They started off in the late 1700s, and their original goal, was to keep religion out of like social and everyday life. They just didn't want to hear it, right? So that's what they wanted. That's what it was meant to be. Um, Late 1700s, 1880s, 1890s. That's when the first, Illuminati that that we know of, right? Or that that we know of. But in what I think is that they've been around for way longer than that. They've been around since, you want to talk about Jesus Christ. They've probably been around since then.
Yeah, and I'm sure
Now
that
in the
that's
background,
that's what I was gonna say. That there's been some sort of connection to way
yeah.
back.
So yeah, definitely. I mean, we're talking about. Let's talk a little bit of what they truly are. You know, these the Illuminati. Um, what they want, right? They want to rule the world. In other words, they want the new world order to happen. What is the new world order? Where this system, the current system that we live in, gets destroyed and it gets replaced by their rule, by the benevolent rule. Um, and like I said, it didn't really start, as my belief that the Illuminati didn't really start off as bad guys. They were trying to combat this fake and erroneous teachings by the church, by the current church, by religion, to keep people down and to keep them blinded and keep the boot behind their necks. They wanted to keep society blind and people confused, which sounds familiar, right? Uh, this is what's happening now. So they adapted the taxes that were being used against them to use against us now because they're so damn effective. Uh, Anyways, so they were trying to keep, they were trying to be progressive and progress and take that whole like religious authority away, and they were trying to combat they were trying to combat these religious figures, popes or whoever, rabbis or imams or whatever, other religious figures um that there were at the time.
And I guess the question that I have is like, who would be the people of power, or I I don't know. I guess just I just have so many questions with that. Like, who would be the people with power that created, started, like even where the thought came from as far as the Illuminati, or
Free
did it come
thinkers.
from another?
It came from another teachings, or in reality, these Illuminatis, they're the one. They were the original ones. Were free thinkers. They're like, oh hey man, this is BS. What they're teaching us at church. I think that it's incorrect, and I'm gonna find a way to go against it. And this is where it goes wrong, right? Uh, the people that were teaching the religious text, they were using God as as a tool. The Illuminati, they said, well, there's something else. Who's the adversary? Who can we align ourselves with? They have God. Who can we have? And they found, you know, the guy, right? Who's the adversary? Who's the adversary of God, right? It's this Satan,
Good
or
old Satan.
whoever you want to. Yeah, nah, man. Whoever, however you want to call him, Satan. You know, he has all kinds of crazy names, right? A fallen angel, morning star, right? Uh, Illuminati. You know, the light, the truth, in their minds. So they set out to conquer and destroy those who they thought was against the advancements in technology, advancements in society. But they allied themselves to the bad guy. Now, knowing that they were being taught, the wrong, the wrong uh, definition of what God and religion is, it's you can't blame them for going to that, to the dark side, right?
Yeah, okay, makes sense. But it
Yeah, I
just
mean,
doesn't. I don't know. Like, I guess I just have more questions with that. Like, what's so that's essentially what happened. Like, they just felt like you said going to the dark side was just a way for them to question, fight, or what would be a way to put it, just for them to kind of get their messages out.
yeah, their message, and their, get rid of just religion and that hatred towards that God, right? And 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 that's, if you put things into context right now, and you see how things are, here in this society that we live in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gender, questionable. Race, questionable. uh what else? Everything's questioned right now. There's no such thing as male and female anymore, right?
No.
I mean, there isn't. There isn't. Um, Things that are morally, incorrect, not anymore, right?
Right.
You can be whatever you want to be. There's no. They succeeded. They succeeded to go against what they were being taught and make it a normal thing, which that's what they set out to do. And how do they do it? Right? How do they do it? We're being guided towards an end. We're being there's you know they're in power right now, right? Their plan it succeeded. They're in power. Everything that they wanted to accomplish is accomplished. If right now you talk about religion, and you're considered a fanatic, right? You talk about common sense. Oh, you're just crazy. You're old. Why? Because they were very smart on how they did they implemented their plan, right? They used celebrities. They infiltrated government. They infiltrated their own worst enemy, which was at the time was the Catholic Church. Look at the Catholic Church. Look at the Vatican. Look at the symbolism in the Vatican, right? Damn,
It's all over.
damn. Yeah, it's all over. In the middle of Vatican City is a Egyptian obelisk.
Mm-hmm.
In the Pope, right? What were you just telling me about the Pope?
33 buttons on his robe.
Hit 33 buttons, 33 levels of Freemasonry, which in reality, Freemasonry and Illuminati, not a lot of difference. Same people, right? Walt Disney, 33 levels of 33rd level of Freemasonry. And what do we have
Club
in Disneyland?
33.
Club 33. Right, a lot of famous people, I mean, a lot of famous people are either Freemasons or Illuminati. We have a lot of, and they sometimes they forget about it, and they just use that imagery. and thinking, oh, these guys are stupid. They don't know what this means. Look at Beyonce throwing the Illuminati, the all-seeing eye.
And you know what's funny about that?
Look
That I
at
was sorry to, but regarding Beyonce and
That's fine.
everybody, because it's one of those things too where they denied, I guess, just to kind of keep out of the eye, because that's something that, like, they have interviews going back saying that, oh, that the Illuminati is stupid, like, why would they be a part of it? But yet they still do, like, one of the Super Bowls. What they did was basically there was fire, and there was just almost basically like they had a cult type thing, and then they're always doing the all seeing eye. So it's just funny that they deny it, but yet they're still doing things
They,
related to it.
right.
But at the
I mean,
same time, I don't know. It's just it makes you really think
yeah,
of.
it's ritual, basically rituals. So this is rituals that they perform, right? You look at pictures of guys, right, with their cigar.
Hmm.
Cigar. If you look at that cigar, it's a symbol of masculinity. What's it called? Masculinity. Mr. Next. What am I looking for here?
Sorry, can't help you.
God damn it, masculinity. There you go. Sorry, sometimes I get too excited that I fucking like I told you, my brain is a bunch of bees, and each bee has a thought. So
My bad, I couldn't help you on
yeah,
that
I
one.
get to it. God, I'm a product of public schools. Just to let everybody know here, I went to one of the worst in LA. So yeah, I don't want to blame them. It wasn't their fault. They tried. I was just a dumbass. Anyways, um,
Would you say that that
we were
also
talking
has,
about.
in fact, as with the Illuminati, is also kind of controlling the public school system, like in each area? Is that
Of course they are. Of course they are because where does they control everything, right? So let's make a little map, right? So let's say you're black, right?
hmm
You're black. Odds are you grew up, right, with without a dad. In most, and we're talking about, let's say, just focus in LA. And it's not because the dad didn't want to take care of his friend. I mean, of his friend, of his family. It's because that dad uh, got caught rolling up a joint and got 60 years in prison, right? So now we have a single mother raising a son. What is she going to teach him about being a man? What can she teach him, right?
yeah, close to
She's going to
nothing.
rely
Just
on someone else to do it. Yeah, because she can teach him to values, morals, but she has to work. She has to go out and earn a living, right? Broken family. So now she's relying on this public school system to teach him. And what do they teach him? Right? They don't teach him jack squat. They have all these people coming in, all these teachers coming in from out of state, from places they didn't grow up like we did, and they start teaching us their freaking views, their morals, without realizing it. We're getting influenced by these people. And what are they? Where are they learning from? They're learning from college. And who are the headmasters of this college? Freemasons, Illuminati.
so it's all
So
controlled.
like I said, it all trickle. Yeah, it all trickles down, man. And it's crazy because they don't even know it. They don't even know. It's like there's people that I had this experience, and this is why I think the way I do. When I was in high school, I had one teacher, and she tried her damnedest to get everybody to learn, everybody to understand what's happening, who's doing what's going what. She believed in the system. She didn't think that the system was rigged, which obviously it is. Um, she was like, if you study hard and you work hard, you can be somebody in life. but she was a hardcore Democrat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anything and right left hardcore is never good. And she didn't see that everything she was fighting against, everything that she was saying that, oh man, they're keeping you down, but you can get up and fight. Dude, we grew up in a Democrat run city, LA. So it wasn't the Republicans keeping us down, it was the Democrats keeping us down, right?
Right.
And she was telling us, "Oh no, keep, keep going, keep fighting. The Republicans are bad and blah blah blah." And you're like, "We live in squander because of these guys." I'm not saying the Republicans are any better. I'm just saying that she was so blinded by her beliefs and what she was taught that she didn't realize, like, oh damn, we live in squander because of these politicians, and they're all the same. They're all come from the same Trump, Obama, whoever you want. They all come from the same place. They're all either what's it called, the Skull and Bone Society. They're all Freemasons, fucking part of the Illuminati. What do you think, Mr. Joe? I
I
mean, we have examples, right?
tons.
Tons. I mean, yeah, like let's go back to the Pope. Let's go back to Vatican. You know, let's go right. I show you the picture of where the Pope sits. He sits in a throne at the peak of a snake. And what does the snake represent?
The serpent.
Who gave Adam and Eve the apple, right? Or whatever fruit, because it doesn't really say it, but it was a snake, right? What do you call it when they cast down the devil from heaven? What do they call it? A dragon, a snake. So that's like a spit in the face to people that believe in God or Catholicism. They're like, look what we did, dipshits. We're right here, and you're so stupid and so brainwashed that you don't even fucking notice, right?
Yeah, and I was looking at
And
the
we will be.
picture. Uh-huh. Just very. It almost seemed like it was perfectly designed just to be exactly that. Like, there's really no, like, you know how sometimes, oh,
There doesn't.
it could possibly look,
Yeah,
but it's not. It's just straight out. You Yeah, a snake. There's really no other way to put it.
yeah. There's no other way. There's no misinterpretation. It is a snake. And why is he sitting at the tip of the snake? Because he's part of it. Like I said, it's a slap in the face to people that believe in Catholicism. They they're trying to do good. I mean, I don't think there's a religion that it tells you go blow yourself up, right? If people want to say Muslims, but no, but I know a lot of Muslim. We know a lot of Muslim people, right, Mr. Joe?
Right? Yes.
And they're cool people, right? They're not trying to blow us up all the time, right? Like he's hiding behind the door, and he's just like, oh fuck, surprise, They're
No,
good
it's
people.
yeah, definitely good people. They're not like that at all.
Not and I don't think the religion teaches them to be bad. So like I always say, I always try to see things more of like, man, it's not their fault, right? And the same thing with the Illuminati, like the people that are heads of this freaking organization that are completely turning us into shit. I still think that it's not their fault, right? They're being influenced, and even they're being influenced by something else. But in that case, it's like that shit trickles down, man, and we're freaking getting screwed. And people are too dumb to realize it.
So now, artists, people that have money, power, so there's basically your good side and your bad side. Would you think that there's people that, of course, want to follow that trail to become or be part of the Illuminati at some point reach it, and those that are or they want them to be part of it, they don't, and then they just end up killing them. Is that really what
Of
happens?
course, of course, it is. It is. It every means to an end, right? So we have a good example, right? We have Rihanna, we have Beyonce, we got Cardi B, freaking useless. JC, Alicia Keys, she's a grand priest for the order. You can see it in what they do, right? And now
Mm-hmm.
to win a Grammy, you gotta sell your soul. So like selling your soul is not like, oh, I'm gonna write, to Satan, here you go, here has my soul. No, what they mean is you gotta do and follow and be completely in accordance to what they want you to do, right? That's what selling your soul means. It doesn't really mean it's like you're giving up your will. So that's your own beliefs, your own will, your own thoughts. You're gonna do exactly what they want you to do. And I mean a good example. I mean, let's talk about someone that was really famous uh, and was murdered out of nowhere for not following this thing. So during the 1990s, there was a very famous Mexican singer, right? Her name was Selena. She was murdered in a hotel room by the leader of her fan club. Now let that sink in. The leader of her fan club killed this girl. Very famous. Why is it strange? Shit happens, right? Well, it's strange for two reasons. First reason is, in my understanding of things, in my life, I've understood that there's some religions for being bad or good or whatever, for just being lucky. Some religions actually kind of touch on the truth, and it kind of gives you a better understanding of what it's going on. And one of those religions happens to be Jehovah's Witnesses. They tend to really be more, you know, focused and like teaching you and showing you what's going on instead of giving you rhetoric, right?
Right.
So it just so happens Selena's families were all Jehovah's Witnesses. I don't think they were practicing anymore at that time, but she had a good understanding of what was good and what was bad. There was no real, we had what's his name, the Chips guy, um,
Chips
Eric
guy.
Estrada as
Oh.
a Latino leader or whatever.
Okay.
That freaking idiot. But we really didn't have anybody that was like hitting into the Latino market, right? Like at the way she was. She was in the United States,
She
in
was
Mexico.
everywhere. She was.
I mean, everywhere, right? South America. Everybody, even to this day, everybody knows who Selena is,
Oh yeah, of
right?
course.
And she was at her peak. Yeah, at her peak. And all of a sudden, she dies. She gets
So
shot.
would you say that that story was fabricated in a way because allegedly the story goes that she was, well, I'm sure everybody has seen the movie, that basically she was murdered because of money laundering, and basically because they were stealing from her and she went to confront her. Do you think any of that was just at all real?
Uh, no, I think all of that is fabricated, and you start looking into more and more cases where you start doing research, and you're like unexplained things. What I take away from that is that they were like, "Hey, we need you, but we're gonna. This is what we do, and this is what we're gonna do, and this is what you're gonna do." And she said, "Fuck you, I ain't doing it." They're like, "Okay, boom, dead." And now we got Jennifer Lopez, and now we got others. If you think about it, people with ethics and morals, when have you seen them on TV? And even if you do see a couple of them, they get blacklisted right away. Look what's going on right now with the what's his name, Brandon Fraser. He said, "Fuck you, I'm not joining your
Mm-hmm.
shit." You know, And look, they banned him for how many years until he came back, and even now he's going like, you can see it in his face. He's afraid because he knows. We've seen it with the Weinstein. You know
Yeah.
what he used to do to these women. We've seen what they had to do to be famous, and you think it's not in their power to kill somebody? Look at Epstein. The guy's dead. He died while being in protective custody,
Custody.
right? He hanged himself somehow.
And
So
that
you
just goes
think
to
that
show
he wouldn't kill her?
that that if they're I guess what I'm trying to say is that they're if they're able to do that, get through people or security that are protecting somebody else, and that just goes to show how much power they have in order for them to either pay them off to look the other way, or they're just part of.
Part of it. But I mean, if you think about it, if you really think about it, it's you have a choice, right? You have a choice next. So I tell you, you know what? You're gonna do this for me. If you do it, nothing's gonna happen. You're gonna live your life. Don't worry about it. If you don't do it, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna kill your dad. I'm gonna kill your mom. And if your grandma's dead, I'm gonna dig her up and kill her again. What would you do?
You would give in. Why would you go through that? I mean, at
I'm,
the end of the day, it's
it's
simple.
easier. Or they say, or they tell you, you know what? You don't live a good life. I'll give you $10 million. I'll make you super famous. All you got to do is make sure you follow these things. Look at Miley Cyrus. Look at all these people that grew up in the Disney Channel thing, right?
Yes.
What's the name of the other girl? And look, they went through this fucking like crazy fucking period. Why? What were they doing to these fucking kids?
Well, look at I guess going to that Britney Spears. Look at everything that she's going through happened to her, and now she looks beat up.
Britney Spears, exactly.
And she was part of that whole
So
Disney community.
definitely, Britney Spears. There's this other one girl. What's her name? The crazy crackhead one. Not her fault. You know, they go through so much trauma, and I'm pretty sure what they witness is so crazy, and they have that sense that, dude, and I help more girls and more kids follow these fucking people. And I think that's what kills you at the end. That's what hurts you. That's why so many of these celebrities die. Because they can't take it. Like Robin Williams, right?
Yeah.
Like Robin Williams was a great dude, but I guess he saw so much shit related to Hollywood, which is like one of the main parts of this Illuminati movement or Illuminati government now, because that's we're ruled by them. If you want to, you know, if you're like it or not, doesn't really matter. That's who rules us. We're not ruled by the Democratic Party. We're not ruled by the Republicans. We're not ruled by the president or the Constitution. We're ruled by the whims and desires of these people. Now, like I said, going back to the Pope, how many Catholics are they in the world, right? How many Catholics? A shit ton. Don't you think that it would be beneficial for this society to say, "Hey, Pope, how you doing?" Right?
Yep.
How many Hindus? Right? So I mean, it's not hard to believe, and it's not hard to do. All you have to do is get at the biggest religion leaders. Get him. Oh, hey, he's part of us now. Sports. Uh, you go to freaking what's his name, Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. Hey, they're part of us now. Basketball. LeBron James. LeBron James has a huge lion tattooed in his chest. And if you start looking into this lion, you're like, wait, well, shit. That lion has fucking Masonic symbolatry. It is.
And I believe he also has
And
a
it's
jersey
right
that he
there.
wears.
Oh, He has a jersey too. I know
Yeah.
that. I know that, that some of his shoes actually have it printed on them. On them, that lion. And then like I said, it's right there, and people are so far gone that they don't see it, and they don't try to hide it anymore. Look at the Grammys. Look what happened. They had this fucking like this crazy freaking basically a black wedding happening in the Grammys for millions of people to watch, and everybody saw it, and no one said anything. And the people that did, are like, "Oh, you guys don't understand what's happening because it's not what you guys think." Well, shit, tell me what it is. I want to know. Explain to me what that is.
What? Because was didn't the Grammys just happen or something? What was
That's
the
what I'm
most
talking about.
recent?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They had a black base, technically a black wedding, in front of millions of people around the world, and no one said a damn thing. Well, some people did, but I mean, everybody else was like, "Yeah, well, it's art." Like, fuck that, you know. What's next? Look what happened with the what's the name of that fucking brand? That was like with the children and you know, and with their freaking like little, like, you know what I mean, like bondage shit with children teddy bears. I'm like, are you fucking serious?
but see, like they don't question it. It,
Of course not.
they don't bat an eye just simply because they're artists. They're basic
We're
artists, and
conditioned to accept that.
because it's artists, because it's somebody that you like, you follow, and it's basically somebody that's putting on a show, basically out there to entertain you, so they don't see the symbolism or anything else that really depicts what it truly means. They just see it as, oh, they wanted to do something different for being live or whatever the case
Exactly.
is. But everything has a
Exactly
meaning,
right.
everything has a purpose to as to what the real reason is why they're doing things. Nothing just happens out of the blue.
Nothing just happens because just because, right? Uh and that comes down to, if you start looking at it more, spiritual, what do they really want, right? Who do they really follow? They don't follow the good guy, right? They follow the bad guy. So don't you think they want you to do bad things so that the bad guy can be more powerful, or the bad guy can be more, um, more accepted, right?
Right.
It's like I said, you see all these things on TV, uh, commercials, athletes, all the entertainment industry doing all kinds of crazy things on TV. There's like, Family Guy, like you say sex and
So
what was
yeah.
sex and drugs on TV, right? And it's true. These guys make fun of it themselves. They're like, yeah, look, fuck, this is what we're teaching your kids, and you're watching it, and we're laughing at it, and it's funny to us because we're so desensitized to these things. Go look anywhere, anything that you take in information. I guarantee you, whoever is behind it is part of the secret society. It's a fucking Freemason. It's an Illuminati. It's a, I'm pretty sure there's even things that we don't even know about. We know about the Illuminati because, movies, right? Because of someone wrote a movie, or someone wrote a book, or there. I'm pretty sure someone investigated. But then again, right? How much do we really know? And what we're talking about are not facts. Are not like, I'm gonna find it. You can go and look at this website, or this book, and you can read that, and you can read this, and this is where I'm coming out with these conclusions. No, these things are something that you really just think about and sit down and put two and two together, because you can Google this. Google it until your freaking fingers hurt. See where you're gonna find this information. Nowhere. Try to find books regarding this topic. You'll find books. Yeah, you'll find lots of books. And then you start reading, you're like, well, this sounds like a bunch of bullshit, because it is.
Yeah, and that's
Either
like,
it's too
instead of getting
extreme,
answers, you're just gonna get more questions, and that is
more quiet.
basically what they want. Basically, they're not gonna give you what you want just simply because the more you know, that's in a sense you're the or the more you know, the worse for them or for the Illuminati or for anything in general,
Exactly right.
especially
Now,
if you're not a part of it.
yeah, especially if you're against it, they're gonna hit you, and they're gonna hit you. They're gonna hit you real good. They're gonna hit you real fast. And there's certain things, certain people that are. There's actually one guy comes to mind, which is Infowars. His name is what's the name of this guy? Do you know what I'm talking about next?
Infowars? No, I don't.
Infowars.
Look,
His name is
let me look it up.
yeah. Damn, I keep the gay frogs guy. Um, damn. I totally blanked out on this guy's name. But anyways, the point is controlled opposition. Gay frogs, like there's chemicals in the water that are turning our gays frogs. The fuck on, dude? Really? He just got sued for the Sandy Hook thing. And I think he's like he has to pay like $200 million to the families or whatever because he said that was all a farce.
Was Alex Jones?
Controlled opposition. Alex Jones, controlled opposition, man. Is what he is. He like, and when you start speaking things that make sense, you know, bad things tend to happen. That's why we're not showing our faces, right, Mr. Next? And we're not
That
using
is.
our real names. Because bad things tend to happen. But in reality, who the hell cares what we think? Who the hell cares what we say? We're nobody, We just try to, you know, think outside the box and then try to, give you guys something to listen to and something to think about while you guys are working or doing whatever. And give you guys a couple minutes of just going like, oh shit, really? I never thought about that. Or hey, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah, we might not
We're
have
not
all
trying
the
to change your
answers. We're
mind.
not gonna try to definitely
Right.
answer to the best of our ability, but like we've mentioned, it's just everything is gonna be answered with another question because that's just gonna lead to a whole trail of to nowhere because we're not.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah, there's no, we're not gonna tell you Jeff Bezos is the supreme commander of the Illuminati army because we goddamn don't know who Jeff Bezos is, and we don't even know if he's human or not. That's something we should explore later on. Do you think Elon Musk is fucking human? Because I sure as hell don't.
That
I
just
think
goes
this
back to
guy's
like
an
the
alien.
yeah that
I think this guy is from Mars. He just wants to go home. God damn it, ET phone home.
and that just goes to show that like what if that is really something that's happening as far as the Illuminati has so much control to where they have really extensive technology that
Yeah,
basically instead of like bringing out the actual person who's basically just creating clones. I don't know if that seems too far fetched, but I've heard of it. I'm sure that could, at some point be a thing or something that'll
oh
basically
yeah. Well,
just
that could be
kind
a
of like
topic of discussion for
for
after
another
we're done with
episode.
this.
Yeah,
With this series of Illuminati. Like right now, we covered the Illuminati, and we just covered you know, the uh, the people kind of involved. Later on, we're really gonna go in depth into the Pope, right? And like really like tackle what makes what facts do we have and all that. And then we're gonna go to celebrities. We're gonna go to Beyonce, and we're gonna give more examples of of who she is and what she's done. JC, right? All these people that they say JC is immortal.
yeah.
Have you seen that one? That
No,
JC is immortal, and there's like pictures of him, like in the freaking 1920s.
see,
I'm not kidding, dude. There's something going on that we don't understand and we don't know. There's something else, man. Like that's why this cannot be reality. This cannot be the real reality, or this cannot be the life that we're meant to live. I think that someone is controlling everything, right? And I think that we're not where we're supposed to be.
I'm just looking at what you're saying about JC being
Oh, you're looking it
immortal.
up, right?
Yeah.
You saw
No,
it?
and yeah.
Yeah, there's some
Wow.
pictures. Like I think it's Orlando Bloom is also on there or something. There's like Johnny Depp. I think is part of it too. Anyways, that's a conversation for a different time. Right now, we just wanted to like we said, right? This is just us talking, shooting the shit, um,
Just
trying to give you guys something to
to think
enjoy.
about, and yeah, and like I said, just maybe if you guys have any more questions or just want to, throw in what just put it in the comments and let us know.
Definitely put it in the comments, and also tell us, what do you think? What who examples of like other people that were influenced or people that were killed by these Illuminati or these secret societies that were off because they didn't want to join? Let us know who you guys think is part of the Illuminati,
Yeah,
right,
that'd be
Mister
good to
Next?
know.
Yeah.
Even if it's you guys just thinking, well, we're full of shit and we're just fucking two crazy guys. That I mean,
And you keep in mind, guys, this is called the Enhanced Caffeine Collective. We're really like I'm. This is my third coffee of the day, so yeah, and it's pretty early in the day.
already be on your third one. Yeah, this is
So
my second one, so not
yes,
as
that's the whole point. That it's we're just throwing stuff out there and trying to enhance our thoughts and your thoughts.
and
See
entertain
things
everybody and see
with a
what.
different lens.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, you can't always just be that controlled person, just basically just normal, just going to work, coming home, doing just the regular routines every day.
And something about our podcast name, Enhanced Caffeine Collective, and like I said, it's Enhanced Caffeine. The collective part, comes in like next just explain. We go home, we go to work, we go to church. That's it. We go out and we live a life that's pretty standard, pretty boring. There's no like true excitement, or we're gonna go climb Mount Everest. It's not for us, right? So the collective part, we're all drones. We're all drones. We're all working for the collective, for their collective. They dangle the treat in front of us and they say, here, if you work hard, Auschwitz, right?
Right.
Hard work will set you free. And yeah, it is going to set you free to the grave. You're going to die.
Straight.
We're never going
Yeah.
to reach, yeah, we don't reach that goal, that treat. They dangle that, in front of us like work harder for the collective. And we don't get the profits from it. They do. That's part of our, the collective part of the name.
Yeah, and that's perfect. That's couldn't have explained it better. That's
All right,
basically what
so
it is. But yeah, well, let us know what you
yeah.
guys think. I think that's I don't know if there's anything else you wanted to add or you wanted to explore regarding the Illuminati, but I think that'll might wrap up today's episode.
That's it. Well, the I would love to know what are we going to be talking about in the next episode, Mr. Next.
But I think we could. This might be a two-parter as far as the next one. We might even like at this point just go on and talk about more of the actual people involved, and maybe could even touch up a few more people that have been killed because of it that weren't really didn't want to commit and joining
Participate.
every participate. Yeah. So I think we can,
All right.
dive into more further in. So expect that for the next episode. We're going to be, might be a two-parter regarding the Illuminati, and then hit.
And or it might
Hope.
just be on Hulk Hogan joining Scientology. We don't know. Brother, have you heard about Scientology, brother? Brother, brother. Hey, he was part of. He's an Illuminati, right? He was in the NWO. Oh
Yep.
yeah, I'm a wrestling freak. I love professional wrestling. It's my guilty pleasure. Anyways, alrighty,
Well,
that's the
stay
end of the
tuned.
podcast.
Stay tuned for the next episode. We'll definitely hit you guys up with another one. Hopefully, you enjoy this one, and there'll be plenty more.
Yeah, we'll talk to you.